High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World. Some of you guys are probably drunk right now, or some of you guys are having a hangover because you guys are in 2019 already. I'm still in 2018. It's like the afternoon here, but happy 2019. Now, today, guys, I wanted to go over some songs that I could bring in the new year good for me. So I heard a couple of remixes from Skrillex, and I stumbled upon this one called SICKO Mode, which really intrigued me on the drop. It sounds like this if you haven't heard it. Now, I'm not a dubstep guy, I'm not a hybrid trap guy, I'm not the type of guy to stroke my head up and down like that, guys, but, you know, I've never heard that effect done before. So when I first heard that song, I was like, genius. Now, the reason I say genius, guys, is because a lot of us are always looking for that fresh new synth, that fresh new plugin that's gonna give us unique fucking sounds, when we should be looking at what we have all along and appreciating the things we have. That's the message Skrillex gave with that fucking drop that sounds like because Skrillex, in my opinion, probably went like, I know how to vocal chop, I know how to vocode, let's put these two together and make a banging drop. And that's what he did. It sounds proper to me. Some people didn't like it, but I appreciate the simplicity of it and the fact that he actually did it. There's gonna be people going like, yo, Sam, you telling me the secret is just the vocal chop and vocoder? Oh my god. And I'm like, why the fuck didn't you do it? Now, today, guys, we're gonna be going over how to do this effect. Of course, it's not gonna sound as good as Skrillex because it's a fucking tutorial, but hopefully you learn the techniques. Hopefully you guys can do it. You know, I'm like your dad. I'm trying my best here so that you guys can do better than me. Once you figure out how to do it, you can invest more time in it, get something that sounds cooler, use it in the drop. Today I'm going to show you guys some variations you can do as well. And without further ado, guys, if you want to support the channel, evilsounds.com. You motherfuckers have a happy new year, and let's get straight into this tutorial. Alright, guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now, first off, I've taken the liberty of downloading the acapella from the original song.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
Alright, as you can see, it's not the best because it still has an instrumental in the background, and in fact, it had a lot of very harsh highs. I'm not sure why.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
Maybe the guy that made it boosted the highs, I don't know. So we're running an OTT to squish the crap out of it more. If you hear the Skrillex version, it's squished to hell, and we need to do it to get that sound he has, that nice tight sound. Next thing is a de-esser, which is clamping on everything above 6,000 hertz or whatever. It's clamping down on them just so that we don't get that harsh.
High school, I used to bust.
And so think of it as a compressor for any time you talk, you're like, that's what it does. Now, the next thing we have is an auto pan to get that gated effect that they have.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
You can also get that gated effect if you go into beats, you set that to 1/8 in transient mode, and then you set it forward loop mode on the transient, and then you lower this down. This is going to create that gate effect as well, because what's happening is Ableton has set transient markers, as you can see there, and anything in front of that, the lower we go, the more it's going to cut until it hits the next one.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance. High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
Okay, so you can go either way. I'm going to go and choose the way of the Ableton auto pan. Now, in order to set that up, all you really need to do is bring in that auto pan. We're going to lower the phase to 0%, increase the amount.
High school.
Rate, it's going to be at 1/8, of course, and then we're going to put a saw.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
You can get the same effect there. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm lazy. I don't want to Control J or consolidate this vocal. But we're going to pitch this down to -12 now.
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
So we get what Skrillex had. All right, so two ways to do it. I've shown you guys the ways. Now, here the important thing is the formants. If you put the formants down all the way, pretty much you're letting this guy go to the dark side. He sounds very deep. Tyrone's in the house. However, if you put it up and you start to go to like around 60-70%,
High school, I used to bust it.
you still have a little bit of those high frequencies from the original vocal coming into play. It's like someone's possessed and they're like, help me. He's trying to fight through. But it sounds pleasant there, and my jokes probably suck, so you're not laughing, but it's all good. All right, so once we have this,
High school, I used to bust it to the dance.
so it sounds pretty close to the to what we're going for. Now, the key thing in this last thing, this is what took me a while to get proper, is going to be the vocoder. Now, we can use the Ableton vocoder, and the way to use it, guys, is we're going to run Silent 1 with a saw or Serum with a saw to act as a carrier. You can switch this up. You can put a super saw, whatever. It's going to change the way it sounds, though. But we're going to run that into the vocoder by going into External, Audio From, and you go to that channel. From here, this is how it sounds like now, as you can hear there. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with this. First off, the bands, you can set them to 40. It gives you a lot more bands, which think of them as sort of like quadrant points in an EQ, because you can use this to EQ out some of the frequencies you don't want. For instance, the lows and the highs, or only the highs if you want. However, I always leave it up, and I like to go with bands in between here, like 32. You can go with 16. Now, the reason I'm going to go with another vocoder, and that's Vocal Synth 2, is because Vocal Synth 2 in the vocoding world is overpowered, in my opinion. If you play something, you know, you have that overpowered character that you just fucking hate. Well, here it's good because we own it. But pretty much, Vocal Synth 2 has this pitch correction thing that will allow the vocoder to follow the melody that the vocal has. So let's say you have a vocal with a beautiful melody. The vocoder is going to follow that melody, try its best. And that's the key thing there, man. You set this to minor. For instance, for us, we're in the D sharp minor. That's the key the remix is in. And we just have that strength and speed up. And we're going to use this afterwards. So here we have that guy. We can lower the wetness a bit. We can widen it. Apply a chorus, you know, to give it that metallic feel. And then OT. We get something like it, but it just doesn't sound the same. I can put this down an octave. But it just doesn't give us that vibe that we want that the Skrillex one has. So that's where Vocal Synth 2 comes into play. If we had the MIDI for the melody, maybe it would work a lot better. However, here it doesn't. Now, we're going to go into Vocal Synth 2 and set this up. Now, Vocal Synth 2 is a vocoder, and you can kind of debate that it's a synth because it's creating its own saw sources, its square source and whatnot through the synth section of it. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, here is pretty simple. First off, we're going to set this up, and the register, usually you want it at low, so we can kind of have this. All right, so this one just sounds so much better. Let's get rid of some of the effects we have over here. Let's get rid of. Now you can hear it, the saw's too low, so we got to put that up. So how do we do that? We're going to go here and click on this guy to open this up. We're going to init that, and all we really need is a saw, and that's the funny thing. All right, there we go. So that sounds fucking close to what we're going for, except it's not as dirty and it's not wide. But we're going to fix that. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is add a little bit of the original by increasing the volume here of it. You can also go the route of using the poly box and lowering volume up and down. You can also use it through here. You can have both if you want. You can add more to it at the top. Here, this controls kind of like the pitch where it's coming from, not the note, but it just lowers it and increases. So there we go. That's sounding super close to what we want. Now, we're going to distort it. And pretty much what we're going to do with the distortion is run a warm distortion. There we go. We're going to widen it with a wider. We can change the tonality of the distortion, what it targets more. Let's lower this down a bit. In fact, I think I'm going to go with the Haas effect. It makes it wide. There we go. And then maybe we can add a bit of chord. Last OTT. There we go. We can lower this more. Now here what we're going to do is go into hard mode on this. So this is going to change the vocoder the way it works. If you look at the section here, what it's actually doing is it's changing the bands. So if you remember from the vocoder, we do have those bands that we can mess with there. We can go to 40 and whatnot. It's messing with that and it gives a different vibe. We can go to smooth. Now let me get rid of this vocal coming in. Hard. You can shift it forward. So a very powerful tool, as you guys can see. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this effect took me a while to get, even though it's so simple. And I think the reason for that is that I was so caught up in trying to use the Ableton vocoder when I should have been using Vocal Synth 2 all along. Now I wouldn't question that this is probably what Skrillex used to get that nice effect on his vocal. He has the cleaner version of the acapella, of course. But as you can see, we can make this harder. Lower the amount a bit so it's not so sharp. It's finding like a balance on. We can lower it to. Sounds a lot better there. But as you guys can see, the cool thing about this, guys, is that you don't have to follow the same route Skrillex followed. Like, you can definitely mess with this more. Use a square. Mess with the bands here. You can increase certain bands, and it's gonna make it sound. And then we get that. And then if you're not the type of guy to mess with this, there are a lot of presets you can mess with. I mean, at most, learn how to manipulate those presets to get something that you want. There is one powerful thing about the vocoder I will give it for Ableton. And this is going to be the last thing before I end this video, guys, because I think the effect, you guys understand it. Pretty simple to achieve. A vocoder, vocal chop, or auto pan technique. But the vocoder, there's one thing strong about it. If I put a serum preset on that, or let's say just like a wavetable that can change over time, like a monster, you can mess with that so that it changes over time. For instance, let's say we put it here. You can do whoops with it. If you're into dubstep, you can do a lot with that, like change it over time and whatnot. With VocalSynth2, you can do that as well. If you change it from auto mode to sidechain mode, then you can route some sounds into it. Let's say you have that serum, you're gonna route that to Travis Scott acapella, and you're gonna route it to that VocalSynth2, and that's gonna come in through here, and you can use some of these as well. That's the only way to do it. And also MIDI mode, you can tell it what to play with the vocoder here, so this doesn't come into play anymore, and you can have this MIDI from this guy go to the VocalSynth2 as well, and help you in doing some cool stuff with it. So you can now change this up. Yeah, so VocalSynth2 has everything you really need that the vocoder gives you as well. But again, you know, I know some people can't afford it and whatnot, so there are different options for you there, guys. But anyways, you guys take care. Hopefully this tutorial helps you guys out in achieving the sound. Hopefully it demystifies it away so you can appreciate it more or get inspired from it to do your own little crazy drop like that. But anyways, ninjas, you guys take care. You guys know my goal here in this channel is to help you guys achieve maximum potential and demystify things, simplify everything down for you. And music production is very simple. It's just a lot of people like to think it's very complex, but in reality, it's a lot of simple techniques, simple stuff, just bringing it together to create an idea. And I think if you get anything from this tutorial, it's that. But ninjas, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Peace out, and Happy New Year.